joining us now at the table is artist Dende, who will be featured for that presentation this weekend. And we want to hear more about how your Brazilian and reggae, this kind of combination of sounds that you bring to the air, is going to be delighting audiences on Friday evening.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. My music, it's music to dance. It's a fusion world music, Afrobeat, funk, samba, bossa, merengue, Latin jazz. It's a music to dance, and I expect people coming and have fun. Also, I expect also the Brazilian community coming.
Yes.
Check me out, Dende Band, with amazing musicians from Philadelphia, Leslie Malmed, John, Julian, Rafael Pondé, Sean Hennessy, great musicians from Philadelphia.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's funny because when then they sat down at the broadcast table, we looked at each other like, I know you.
Exactly.
And so he's feeling my Brazilian heritage. I actually have cousins in Sao Paulo that I haven't met. And I've had the pleasure of traveling to Brazil, both to Rio and to Bahia or Salvador. And so, this idea of connecting with our heritage and recognizing that many of us are a combination of influences, and we may just like the music, or there may be some deeper genetic things going on that tie us into Brazil and the wonderful flavors of music and food that exist there.
Well, if you go to Bahia for me, it's Africa. So many dark faces in the streets, and then we can hear so many different kind of music every day in Bahia. Of course, we have a tropical weather, we have a nice beach, we have nice people. We have issues happening too, a lot of people sleep in the street still, in my opinion. I go back and forth, you see my people suffering, a lot of kids asking for food in the red light. So a lot of bad situation happen, but Bahia, it's beautiful, 5 million people, so many people coming to visit Bahia and stay, don't want to go back anymore.
Yeah, well, and I think that's really important for us to understand. There are folks in our listening audience who feel that as Brazil is considered to be part of the Latino community here in America, right, that there aren't enough parallels for us to really be able to stand together on some of the social issues and celebrate culturally the way that we should, because, we've been through a lot here in America as people have come here, whether they've come forcibly or whether they've come voluntarily. And so I'm hoping that your concert on Friday, will remind folks that the barriers that we think exist are much thinner or non-existent than we may perceive them to be. And we can come together and party and recognize that it's the Africa that unites us. And that's going to be the root of all the music that I know that you're going to be playing for us on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm very excited with this new band with some great musicians from Philadelphia, because I set up, like I say, I used to live in New York City for 10, 12 years, moved to Philadelphia after have a beautiful baby Noah. And then, more green in Philadelphia, more new friends, more spacing, and a lot of music. I'm expect to go there and make everyone shake and dance and enjoy the music as it be original music, because my music, I don't play too many covers. When you talk about Brazilian music, you say samba, but Brazil have, so many different kind of rhythms and tastes.
Yes.
So as a pleasure to go there, play my original composers and arrangements, talked about all the situation, all the issues, dancing, kids, hospitals, all the situation happening. I like to sometimes talk about that, because when talked about music, and music it's help you for everything. Just I think what I want to do in the world, try to be comfortable and try to help others.
And that's what the role of music really should be. I think, the times when I have visited Brazil, like the last time I was in Salvador was during Carnival. So I got a chance to be in the Bloco por Chimbalada.
That's where I used to play.
That's my school. That's where I saw you.
That's my school, That's my school. I played with Chimbalada for, for 8 years in my life. I recorded 8 albums, especially Carlinhos Brau, the big master that developed Chimbalada in Bahia. It was an amazing school. I traveled with Chimbalada when I was 16 years old for 2 months and a half in Europe, come back 2 months in Japan. Chimbalada gave me a lot of opportunities, to learn music and play percussion, singing, dancing. and being union and respecting each other.
Yeah, well, see, it would be really funny if that's where we have seen each other. Me as part of the Pipoca, like moving around the bus
possible.
for 8 miles. But but that's what I think is incredibly important. You already mentioned that being in Salvador, you see all these faces that just remind you of walking down the street here in Philadelphia. And what's funny is that literally standing on a corner in Pelourinho while I was there.
Sometimes I feel like I'm in Pelourinho, such areas here in Philadelphia.
Right, but I was standing there on the corner and I heard, Stephanie, is that you? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And it was my friend Adrian from Philadelphia, who's a writer who happened to be there at the same time. Didn't come with my group, but happened to be there. So the warmth and the family feel that I felt in Salvador was evidenced by the fact that I kept running into people I knew. So it's just a beautiful thing.
Home, right?
Right.
That's right. Bahia make you feel comfortable, make you feel I'm in home.
Yeah.
I am in home. So I had so many history in Philadelphia, so many history in Bahia, almost similar,
Yeah.
And I'm kind of start to love Philly, I really start to Philadelphia with calm, green, in space, like I say. So
yeah, and it's important because people who haven't had a chance to visit Salvador don't understand. You've got state beaches, where everybody can just come down and jump into the water, and then you're right there, and then you climb the mountain basically and go home. It's all so close together.
It's taking me like if I take a bus, it's taking me like 25 minutes to get in the Federação Margueiro neighborhood. Yes, but by car it's like 15 minutes, walking half an hour. So I'm on the beach. So, yes, you're right. You know Bahia pretty well, huh?
Well, I loved it very much. And so in addition to the wonderful music of Chimbalada, there's Olodum, and I also got a chance to welcome Ileaye.
The first ones. They have all respect for Ileaye, all friends living now in Europe. I was in Europe a few months ago with some people that I play with Ileaye, that now are living in Europe and in France and in Italy. So we make this connection now to bring some people that are living there and also from Bahia to Philadelphia to make some kind of festival, workshops, dancing in the future soon.
I was going to say, when that happens, you must reach back out to me at the station and I will come. Because it's important for us to learn the rhythms and learn the history behind the rhythms. And you talked about this education that you got with Chimbalada about dancing and singing and how to bring that joy.
Always. Music here in Chimbalada, we need to be able to dance and sing and compose and play different instruments, not only one instrument. Carlinhos Brown always used to say to us after the rehearsal, you have to learn how to play piano, you have to learn how to sing. So I kind of open my ears, start to listen, get the message, and it works. And I'm producing today, I'm a multi-instrument today, I'm teaching today, I'm a composer, I'm singing, I'm very happy. I'm still learning from each other.
Yeah. And it's necessary. Philly, we've been going through a lot. So being able to come out on Friday and get a chance to see you live doing your thing and wear comfortable shoes so you can dance along with the music, because that's important. We need that right here at the end of the summer, right here at a time where we sort of feel that discrimination seems to be at an all-time high. What I love about the Art After 5 crowd at the museum is that it's everybody. It's a little bit of everybody. All different kinds of people, all different kinds of income and personal backgrounds, and they come there to have a good time. So what can you tell us about what they will experience when they come in on Friday night?
They're supposed to be really prepared to sweating, shaking, dancing a lot. Because like I say, my music is music to dancing. I'm very excited for that. And in all ways, it's the audience that's important for me, My whole energy is focusing them, I want to make everyone happy. My band is ready, so you are ready. And then we have 2 CDs out. And then it's a pleasure to see also once again the Brazilian community is important to be coming to see the Dende band Friday, because I need your support.
Yeah.
Dancing, to enjoying, to learning, to having fun.
That's right. And I'm saying people who speak the language. So we're bridging all kinds of gaps. I'm sure that then they want you to sing along. All the Brazilian community wants you to sing along in Portuguese and, get in that space.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit. So part of the other reason why we feel connected and why it's important for people to come out and experience the culture through the music is that I've been doing family research. So I told you about my cousins that I found in Sao Paulo that we need to meet. But I also found out that genetically, I'm 48% Nigerian, which went through a whole bunch of places, clearly, including Brazil. So I feel a very strong spiritual connection there. But the idea that we don't necessarily know enough about those traditional pathways, that after we were stolen or we left Africa and we moved through the world, that so much of Africa's history landed in Brazil and is expressed through this music and worship and all kinds of other
It
things.
was a long time ago, many Africans went to Salvador, Bahia, especially to Brazil.
Yeah.
If you go to Bahia and in Pelourinho around, walking in Pelourinho, you can see people from Senegal. You see stores sell things. You see people from Nigeria too, over there. You see people from everywhere. And we have this influence. They brought it to us. We developed our religion, Candomblé. We developed our language, our capoeira freedom. We developed maculele also too. That was very difficult. Today, everyone, the whites, the blacks, the Indians, the Cubans, the Americans can play capoeira. Before, we was not allowed. So today you can see many people say, hey, I'm play capoeira, my group is da.
Yes.
So, and Bahia, so many history. We have so many religions, so many music. And then Africa, but for me, Bahia is Africa. Bahia have so many, a lot of information, a lot of history about everything. They came in that. A long time ago. I used to hear my grandfather to talking some stuff. How hard it was to walk in a Pelourinho in the past.
Yeah.
You understand? So now things change. Things get better. Everyone gets your place, your space, and developing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that part of the reason why you moved to Philadelphia is because you felt that it's greener here than it is in New York. So there's more of a connection to nature. And I don't know that native Philadelphians often, a lot of them do, but some people don't necessarily appreciate the fact that Philadelphia, for all different kinds of reasons, preserves a certain level of community.
Yes.
And a certain level of connection to nature that many other major cities don't have anymore because everything's so paved over and separate.
Yeah, I think I'm moving in the right moment to Philly. Like I said, I'm in love with Philadelphia right now. My mother-in-law living very close, 5 minutes. My father-in-law very, very close from me, 5 minutes. And then, like I say, so many green. Really enjoying. I'm connected with Philly now. Really connect. And then I'm open to work in any community. Anybody want to call me, find me, mamadele.com. And then, invite me for any project. Because when you talk about community, I come from community too. That I used to work in a community. In Bahia, sometimes go volunteer and do this, do that, teach kids in the ghetto who doesn't have money to buy instruments. Like the way how I come from, I never have a professional instrument in my life. I used to make my own instrument. As a kid, go to the trees like a monkey. But the way how they say, this kid looks like a monkey. They play here from 5 afternoon to 8 in the night. Oh my God. So that's, all this and go to the community learning. Today, able and open to do this. It'd be a pleasure to work with the community in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
Well, Philly needs it. We have a lot of things that we need to improve about our education system. But for folks like you who understand what it is not to have, but to embrace the talent and the ability and groom that, we need that. And so we hope people in our listening audience will come out on Friday, not just to sweat and shake and appreciate you in that professional setting, but also to bring you into their community groups and give you the opportunity to bring more young children into that idea of expressing.
Kids. Yes, always.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that you were able to make it here to check us out today and share some of this high energy with us on the air. I'm looking forward to coming out and shaking a tail feather with you on Friday. And I hope many of the other people in our listening audience are planning for that as well. The series is called Art After 5, ladies and gentlemen. So after you have to put in your time in the office, then make some plans to come through the Philadelphia Museum of Art for a great evening of culture and live music. And like we said, bring your comfortable shoes to work so you can change afterwards. Plan to dance and sweat and have a great time with the rest of your Philadelphia community as Dende and Band performs. We thank you so much for being here with
Thank you
us.
so much for the opportunity, for the beautiful interview, nice personality.
Thank you.
And I hope to see everyone Friday to see the Dende Band dancing, be happy, and enjoy yourself.
See, and Dende and I are going to find out that we're cousins. Watch.
Poxa, axé.
Rainha, já ligou a luz,